What the hell is machine learning? Welcome to day 10 of the What the Hell is Sports Science series, a series where I, Zach McLean, PhD candidate and sports scientist, break down everything you need to know about sports science. When most people hear machine learning, they think of a complicated black box, basically ChatGPT. But machine learning is so much simpler than it sounds, and in some ways, even simpler than the stats that you learned in your undergrad. In its most basic form, machine learning is just pattern recognition at scale. And you're already really good at pattern recognition. If you're a physio and you've seen 50 or more athletes with ACL injury, you start to identify rehab patterns. And if you're a strength and conditioning coach who has trained dozens of hockey or football players, you start to identify performance patterns. But humans are limited in the complexity of the patterns that we can recognize. When you get 30 plus metrics from a single force plate test, trying to characterize different patterns across your whole population is nearly impossible. This is exactly the type of problem that machine learning was built to solve. We recently published a pair of papers that use machine learning to describe force plate data patterns that represent distinct neuromuscular performance profiles in university athletes. There's preliminary evidence that those performance profiles are linked to injury risk. And now we're expanding this idea to guide individualized return to performance training in athletes after ACL injury. So stop spending all your time trying to make sense of dozens of longitudinal graphs for individual performance metrics. Pattern recognition is much easier. It answers the questions that you actually have, and machine learning is how you get there. So the next time someone asks you, what the hell is machine learning? Tell them it's just pattern recognition at scale, which matters because the questions sports science needs to answer require solutions that move beyond interpreting isolated testing metrics and that appreciate the complex, non-linear patterns that actually describe sport performance and sport injury. Tell me in the comments, what the hell do you want to learn about next?